Hey everyone and welcome. I'm your friend Art of Mana and let's dive into this 775th stream. I'm a little tired. I am. I'm a little tired. I'm not going to lie. It is 5:45 in the morning here because Nintendo's Splatoon 3 Direct is actually set for 6 a.m. 6 a.m. Pacific time. This is the joy of living on the West Coast, but that's okay. Those of you on the East Coast, it's 9 a.m. That's cool. Let's Jays. There's the hype. It's a nice 9 o'clock for you. Let's Jays. Titus Shots here. What is up? How are you all doing? Yeah, I'm a little tired. I haven't gotten up this early to do something in a long time. I've been awake around this time, but usually it's just before a nice shower and kind of easing into my day, maybe a cup of tea or something like that. So this is going to be interesting. But behind me here, I do have the Nintendo Direct all set up and ready to go. I'm excited for that. You can see that there, and I'm thinking that we're gonna probably get quite a few details that I'm excited about. If you don't know, Splatoon 3 is coming out. What is it? In a month, about a month, and so there's going to be several questions that are on people's minds. What is the map rotation going to look like? Um, what is the arena rotation? What do they call it? The stage rotation. There we go. That's the terminology. What new weapons or things like that are we going to see? Are we going to have some new single player modes? All kinds of fun stuff. Now, here we go. There we go. A month from yesterday, indeed. Yeah, September 9th. So I'm pretty excited to find out, some of the answers to those questions. Are we going to have some new characters introduced that are going to take the place of Callie and Marie or, oh gosh, why am I blanking on their names? Ah, boy. And this shows that I haven't played Splatoon 2 in quite a while. But anyway, yeah, I'm going to give a nice shout out here actually to Let's J's, Titus Hot, and Scooter, all three of whom actually are streamers. So let's start out here by order of appearance. Pearl and Marina, thank you. I don't know why I blanked on that. Scooter 102089, a dear friend of mine, fantastic streamer for retro content, very knowledgeable, and so Scooter, thank you for being here. I don't know why there's this new thing that basically makes this shout out like an announcement, and it doesn't show up here. That makes me a little sad. And then Scooter is shouting out, Let's Jays. Thank you so much. Let's Jay is, it's Let's Jays there, Scooter, not Let's Jay. There's an extra S in there. So maybe it's good that that's not showing up there. Yeah, so I'm gonna drop the names here. Scooter 102089. Let's Jays. Let's Jays is a fantastic streamer, family friendly, someone who plays quite a bit of Splatoon as well. East Coast, we've had a lot of fun collaborating, and we need to do more of that. And Titus Hot, member of Club Tortimer, and which is one of my stream teams here, and so please check out Titus. Titus actually has been one of the evening evening streamers with me. We've talked about various RPGs, PlayStation games, Pokemon, stuff like that, and it's been a lot of fun. So better to at their names, Scooter says. That's it. So anyway, yeah, please check out Titus Hot. Great, very friendly, very personable streamer. So Club Tortimer hype indeed, or hippie. It's Scooter. I don't blame you. It's still early, like we were talking about. So, but what are we watching right here? It is the Splatoon 3 Nintendo Direct. I am excited. You can see it right there. We've got people in the chat that are talking about it, but we're not going to show the chat because you know what? I don't trust the chat. I suppose I could actually. What I could do? We've got 10 minutes. Let's just Let's see. I think I could even do a little fancy thing. I'll try it. I'm going to try it real quick. Dysot, thank you so much for the shout out. What's your level of excitement for the new Splatoon? Never trust chat. Exactly. I could have chat up and put a little blur on it. I might try that actually. My level of excitement is pretty big. I really am hyped. I think Splatoon is an excellent franchise. Splatoon 1 was my favorite, but that's mostly because Splatoon 1 was the first. I had a Wii U. I really enjoyed it. Splatoon 2, though, really not far behind. Splatoon 2 was super exciting for me because it was the first in the franchise where I got to play with a lot of people. But here's the thing. The differences between Splatoon and Splatoon 2 were pretty minimal. So with that in mind, I'm hoping Splatoon 3 is more of a jump, more of an evolution. Splatoon 2 is almost like, let's take a port, make a port of Splatoon, offer it to Switch players, and add a few additional features and things like that. So it didn't really add a ton. Maybe the biggest thing was actually the salmon run. That was pretty exciting. But I suppose here we could actually take a look at the announcement trailer. Why not? We could do that. This is it's back in February, so we could just take a look at this. See what this is all about. Hey, Dark Solid X, welcome on in. Cool style and all that. Yeah, pretty neat. Pretty neat. And that big archery set. Yeah. And then you have a little buddy. How cool is that? I think that's actually pretty neat. Hey, Harem is here as well. Hey, old man and everyone else. I'm telling you, I am tired. And this almost looks like a side-scrolling platformer, but I don't think we're going to get that. That'd be cool if it was. Now let's chase. That is an amazing emote. Good morning. Yep, Splatoon Direct coming here quickly. That's what we're doing, Dark Solid X. That's why we're up so early. Soft synth beat. I remember being so pumped when this was happening. This was just hype all the way. Just wondering, well, what is this? What's going on? Why am I on this desert train, Nice cheery rock drum beat. Why not? It's pretty cool. Harem says afternoon, Dark Solid X. And there we go. That's Splatoon 3 right there. I mean, that is pretty awesome. I think there's more here, but I also I guess we've got time. All right, let's keep it up. Noticing how you sort of start in the air. It's kind of interesting. I really like the arenas, the backgrounds are pretty cool. We haven't seen something quite like this. Dark Solid X not sure if you should get Splatoon 3. Doesn't want to get splatted by everyone. Back into the ink. That is pretty cool. 2022, and then that's that there. So let's head back to this real quick. Oops, and F5 to refresh, shall we? We're gonna hide that chat again. Emira's, hey, the targeted spawn definitely helps with spawn camping. Hopefully, Emrys says. That'd be cool. Harem definitely won't be getting into it or getting it. I mean, either way, I suppose works because Harem is a party pooper. No, that's not true. Uh, but yeah, I'm excited. We're gonna find out some new details here, and you Splatoon, Emrys, so good to see you. How have you been, buddy? It's been a while. I'm tempted here, actually, to show the the chat. I might actually do that. Not where it's visible to people on the stream, but where I can hide it like so. I'm gonna do that real quick. I've got a fancy way of doing this. That way I can kind of see what's up there. And if there's anything that, I've gotta hide, I can. But let's just see. Let's see. If I do that, how's this gonna look? Let's find out, shall we? 3, 2, 1, boom. There we go. You can kind of see. We got the chat hiding. A lot of people excited. This way I can kind of give you an idea of what chat is saying too, which might be nice. I'm not actually logged in. I figure just I'm in an incognito window. I've been doing that lately just to avoid any potential issues of showing personal information with YouTube, A lot of woomies in the chat. Let's see. Yep. Boy, that chat is moving fast. People are excited for idols. They want to see what the idols are going to be like. Harem says, well, looks like I'll be having at least one more shift this week and more shifts next week because we're doing a shop change. Here we go. Starting soon. I love that. That is amazing. Boy, you know what? That actually looks a lot like a streamer that I know. Boy, that is quite the cool little dance. Are we gonna get Fortnite-like dances? That'd be cool. Scooter with a redeemed message. Let's take a look here. Scooter's redeemed message. Let's actually read this whole one. So my level of excitement is kind of low because both games had limited content to start and took a while to get really good with additional content. I hope they start with new hefty content instead of paying full price for free content later on. Please break the mold. And Emma says, yo, I've done that dance. It Dark Cell Dex looks like Umbra. That's pretty cool. Harem, what is the deal with the shop change, huh? I'm curious to know. I am curious to know. Just a couple minutes. Starting soon. I love that starting soon screen. That is super cool. Super cool. I dig it. I really do. I kind of want a little Splatoon me dancing on my stream, I mean, let's compare here, right? This is my starting soon screen. I don't look quite as excited, do I? I didn't even change my title. All right, we're about to go. I'm gonna make this full screen though. We're gonna take this. We're gonna hide the chat, and we're gonna take off the blur there. I just wanted to see what people were talking about. So let's remove that. Let's make this full screen, shall we? That way we can really see what's going on. We'll come back to that. It's a Splatoon cross Fortnite. Getting ready to put the Christmas stock out. Wow, that's terrifying. The dance is funny. I dig it. I mean, it's just it's nice and simple. Boy, I'm pumped. I like the pixel shades too. All right. I'd love to see some more clothing and stuff like that too. I mean, that was always kind of one of the fun features of Splatoon. All right, here we go. Squid Research Lab. What do we got? By chat, Scooter says. Yep.
This is Splatsville, in the heart of the Splatlands. Despite its old-fashioned appearance, it's seen enormous growth in recent years. It's also the hottest new place for Inklings looking for things to do. Oh, hello everyone. Hope you're all staying fresh. I almost forgot about introductions. We're the researchers from the Squid Research Lab. We're simply fascinated by what these Inklings can do. They can splat ink in kit form and smoothly swim through it in swim form. We've been studying their biology day and night. Today, we'd like to share some new findings on these Inklings while providing summaries throughout.
Okay, let's do it.
Of course, what goes for the Inklings also applies to the Octolings. We're sure of it.
That's right, because we have Octolings that we can play as.
Get styling with some fresh fashion and get inking with even fresher weapons.
Yeah.
Naturally, in a place called Splatsville, turf war battles are the locals' favorite pastime.
Loved that umbrella.
2 teams of 4 will ink for 3 minutes. The team that inks the most in their color, in other words, claims the most turf, wins. Now, that's not all inking is for. Ink walls to swim up.
So this is more of a review for people who may not be familiar with Splatoon.
The more ink you spread, the bigger the advantage you'll have in battles.
Again, one of my favorite aspects of Splatoon is that you actually change the environment instead of just engaging in these one-on-one battles.
In a single burst. And the squid roll to jump out of ink while simultaneously turning
cool.
around have also been spotted.
Ooh, wow.
Oh,
Wow.
while it's glowing like this, the move also slightly repels ink from opponents.
Nice. Okay, I like it.
We've discovered where these turf war battles will take place. Stages confirmed for the Splatlands include Scorch Gorge, Eeltail
Scorch
Alley, Mincemeat Metalworks, and Undertow Spillway. There seem to be other
Kinda
stages
fun.
as well. Haggle Fish
Gritty and
Market,
industrial.
a pier filled to the brim with
Ooh,
street
I like
vendors.
that.
The stuff here looks
The
fishy,
brim.
though.
Good
Several
puns.
stages from Greater Inkopolis also return.
Okay.
Museum d'Alfonsino. Battles here take place in the central courtyard of this modern museum. Take special note of the rotating wall. Hammerhead Bridge. This bridge connects Greater Inkopolis to the Splatlands. After lots of construction work, it's finally open. Thanks to the bridge, transit to and from Greater Inkopolis is much easier. Mahi Mahi Resort. A luxury resort in Greater Inkopolis. Pay close attention to the platforms that sink as the battle goes on.
I love the wacky waving inflatable squid tubes.
Including the
Okay.
stages you see here, a total of 12 await.
So,
More stages
That's not a
will be
lot.
added in free post-launch
okay,
updates.
free post-launch updates. That's good. That's good.
Boys got
Now,
inbound.
let's get
New
into the
follower.
inky essence of battles. Weapons. First, it appears that all the basic weapons from previous games will be available.
Good, good. Very cool.
On top of that, Splatland-specific weapon types, such as the bow-like stringers, will make their
That's cool.
destructive debut.
And welcome on into our new friend Amanda.
We've
Thank
also
you.
verified a new weapon type called Splatanas. This is the Splatana Wiper. Send blades of ink flying with the centrifugal force generated
It's
by
like
swinging.
a lightsaber and
Swing
tossing the
after charging up a
lightsaber.
bit, and it'll transform into a charged slash. As expected, it's powerful as a long-range attack. But the charged slash at close range is also
I like it because it's basically a quick version of the roller, kind of.
Let's dive into the weapons that can help you claim even more turf. Special weapons. As the name implies, these are special kinds of weapons that can be unleashed after filling up the gauge from inking turf. There are some new types we've identified, so let's take a closer look. This is the Tacticooler. When it's activated, a fridge appears. You'll find
Delta
two
says
main
this isn't the
beverages stored
Fortnite,
inside. These have a variety of
the Fortnite
effects,
theater.
like momentarily
This is kind of
increasing
cool
speed.
looking. Okay.
They
So
come in
for
packs of
anyone
4.
new here, we are
Take
watching
one.
the
Share
Splatoon
the
Direct,
rest
and that's
with
what we're
your
doing right
teammates.
now.
This is the Wave Breaker. When activated, it'll unleash waves around the area.
Oh,
It'll
okay.
also
Yeah.
mark an opponent's location and cause damage. Try to avoid them with a well-timed jump. Finally, the Reef Slider. Build up
that
power,
is cool.
then charge into opponents
That is
who need
cool.
a good splat. Once the attack ends, it'll explode and damage the surrounding area.
Oh my
Familiar
gosh.
special weapons like the Tenta missiles, Ink Jet, Ink Storm, Ultra Stamp, and Booyah Bomb will also make their grand return.
Nice.
Special weapons are paired with
Solid
main
says
weapons.
Fortnite Splatoon was the
Find a
difference,
combo that
Delta. Oh
suits
my
your
goodness.
splatting
Paint
style.
is the difference, Delta says. Dualies make their return.
Shop here to get your tentacles on some fresh weapons.
I mean, so far we
This
see
is Ammo Night.
some new things, some new ideas, but a lot of it is just kind of a recode of
The
paint,
locals have
right?
praised him for his wealth of weapon wisdom and sophisticated
Technically, it
selection.
was ink there, Delta. Scooter says Banhammer is
Instead
back.
of using in-game currency for purchases, you'll need these Sheldon licenses. Obtain them by leveling up through battles and by consistently using the same weapons. One Sheldon license.
So that's interesting. That's definitely a change there.
Corresponds to your level. Oh, and just between us, if you exchange more Sheldon licenses than normal, it appears he'll give you a weapon you like sooner than expected as a special reward.
This is interesting. I kind of want to see what that's going to be like.
Things walking around town are pretty savvy about their fashion. Things like headgear, clothing, and shoes are just as important as weapons to staying fresh in Splatsville. Gear can be obtained in the shops around here. Each one is managed by an interesting shopkeeper, so let's drop in. This is not couture, a headgear shop.
Gnarly Eddie, I love it.
An array of hats, masks, and glasses, so you can get ahead of the game. The laid-back Nautilus, Gnarly Eddie, and the energetic Nails, the snail sitting here, run the shop.
I love it.
This is the clothes boutique, Mana Wardrobe. It specializes in tops, like
Nice.
t-shirts and jackets.
It's not mana, but it's close.
The
Mano
shopkeeper,
wardrobe.
Gel Lafleur,
Kinda looks like
might
me.
be a touch archaic with words, but this jellyfish has a keen eye for fashion sense. And finally, the shoe store Crush Station. Get a variety of cool kicks here, from sneakers to sandals and even leather footwear. It's owned by Mr. Coco. He might look intimidating, but deep down, he's a nice guy. Probably.
I dig this.
You're more than welcome to pick out gear based on its appearance, but they do come with abilities that can help you out in battle.
Socks and sandals.
Take run speed up, for example. It can
Very
increase
Pacific
your run
Northwest.
speed. Or intensify action. This improves the squid roll and squid surge moves.
Nice.
There are even more abilities to discover. Plus, there's a fellow in Splatsville who can swap one ability with another. Talk to Merch here, and you can add an ability of your choosing to your favorite gear.
Kind of interesting. I haven't seen such a teenager-looking character there.
And if you save your favorite gear combinations as fresh as fits, you can change in a flash.
Oh, okay. I like
Flavor
that.
your
That's
fashion with
great.
whatever
You have
outfits
some
you want. Simply splat
some
past
gear
it.
all set up as presets. That's a great idea. Scooter says turf war and sandals. Why not?
Welcome to the lobby, a gathering spot for those seeking fresh battles. Turf war battles aren't the only things that happen here. You can also
That's
square
cool,
off
right,
in
Mr. Solo?
Anarchy battles, where you compete for rankings.
Oh, okay.
Hold the active zones in splat zones. Ride the
Interesting that they're calling them
power and
anarchy
power control.
modes. So these are the existing
Carry the Rainmaker to its destination
different.
in
What do they call
Rainmaker.
these right now in Splatoon 2? Oh, I
Or
haven't played it for
collect
too
and
long.
throw clams to score in
Gosh, what is it
Clam
called?
Blitz.
But you know what I'm talking about.
Duke it out in these 4 modes, which are on rotation.
Ranked mode. Ranked mode.
Want to take
They
on a
are on
challenge
rotation.
solo?
It sounds like.
Select
Okay.
Anarchy Battle Series. But if you want to team up with friends, joining Anarchy Battle Open is the way to go.
So these are the
Also
ranked
play
modes.
Private battles online. Set battle modes and other options to your liking. Why not play with
Same
your
as Splatoon
favorite
2.
battle modes alongside friends?
Yay,
Information
Rainmaker.
about these game modes will be available soon on the game's official website.
There are some nice quality of life improvements, as Scooter points out. A little disappointed that basically this is
Now,
more of the
let's
same
talk
there.
about the features within the lobby.
Okay.
This is the test range. Try out and get comfy with your weapons here. Besides being able to practice whenever you want, it's also a great place to get all warmed up while waiting for rivals to join a battle.
Hope you're
Next
doing well,
up,
Mr. Solo, by the way.
ghosts. Online friends will appear as 3D holograms. Drop in on friends in the midst of battle and play alongside them.
That's cool. Okay, I like
Join
that.
up and start a battle on the same team.
Nice.
You'll be able to see what your friends are up to.
That's...
It
Oh,
appears that you can also call out to
interesting.
friends in the lobby and invite them for battles.
Okay.
Why not see these features for yourself? This is where you can view battle replays. It appears
That's actually
that
kinda
you can
dangerous.
somewhat recreate recent battles. Fast forward. Or skip to a certain part.
Oh,
Or even
that's
swap
cool.
to another
Look at
player's
that.
view. Incredible! Not only can you rewatch battles as many times as you'd like, but there's even a share feature. We hope you'll
That
use
is actually pretty cool.
to help you rank up.
Now, I'm not sure that's the most necessary of things, but I like it.
We'll analyze and discuss this space within the lobby, the locker room. Here, you'll find some fresh lockers. One is yours, and the others belong to players with whom you've recently played. As you can see,
So we're just going into
it's a
strangers'
place of
lockers?
Acquired weapons, gear, and items to your liking. Slap on some snazzy stickers. And
I think this
modify
is
your
cool.
locker's color. This is
I'm
your
not sure
space
this
to
is
express
enough to
yourself.
warrant
So customize it
a whole new
however
game.
you'd like to show off your signature splatting style.
I don't want to be down on it because I think this is really cool and fun, and I look forward to adding stuff in there. But
Items can be obtained at Hotlantis, a general store on the edge of Splatsville.
yeah, this is cool. Scooter says that replay feature is cool.
So instead, it's run by an artist named Harmony. She used to be a regular customer here.
And this kind of looks like
It's got
that
an
place in Japan,
outlandish
right?
assortment of
With all the,
Why not show the store
little,
by grabbing some goods?
what do you call those? The little gotcha machines or
There
whatever.
appear to be plenty of other customization features as well. When battles start, these
Oh.
splash tags appear.
Nice.
They can be
Okay.
customized with a banner, badge, and title.
I mean, again, I feel like these are really cool things. They're nice. I
Additionally,
imagine that
you can
I will
change
get
the
into them.
emotes your character
But I
performs
just
when you win a
wonder
battle.
if these are all like cosmetic additions,
All of
is
these
that
can be obtained
enough?
via the in-game catalog,
Is there
which will be
enough new
available at
content
Atlantis.
and new ideas in
By
the core
using points
gameplay? I
earned
don't
from
know.
battles, you can unlock various items, like stuff for splash tags and seasonal gear. Following the game's launch, a new catalog is planned to be released every 3 months for 2 years. Be sure to snatch up everything you see in each catalog.
That part I don't like because it sounds like
Phew.
they're kind of
There's
doing
still a lot
the
of
same
info
thing
to share,
as
but
the
I need to take a little breather here.
Switch Sports. Kind of making it like
In the
a fear of
meantime,
missing
please
out. You've
turn
got
your
to log
attention
in, got to
toward
collect them all.
this. Introducing Table Turf Battle! Lay out your cards for a dazzling deck duel! Ink different shapes with different cards! Charge up power, then unleash it all at once with a special attack! There are cards like this, and even
I'm
ones
intrigued.
like this, and there are over 150 cards to collect in-game! So build your deck and send your rivals packing! The Splatsville locals eagerly await your challenge. Table Turf Battle!
Okay, that's a cool little side game.
In-game starter deck!
Not sure,
Excuse me.
again,
I
if that
lost my
couldn't have been
composure
DLC,
for
but
a
I think
second
it's a
there.
fun idea.
That was Table Turf Battle, a 1v1 competitive card battle spin-off of Turf War. It appears you can play this at the Table Turf Battle Dojo in Splatsville. Be on the lookout
I love the idea.
about Table Turf Battle in the future. And now, this!
Right, solid. Exactly. It's Tetris card battle. All right, next wave of Salmon Run. Hype indeed.
Salmon Run is a simple job that requires 4 players to work together to collect power eggs from the salmonids advancing on them. This part-time gig is rumored to be a little fishy, but it pays pretty well.
Welcome
By
on in,
defeating
Andy.
particularly ferocious creatures called boss salmonids, you can obtain valuable golden eggs. You'll need to collect and deliver plenty of golden eggs in order to complete this job. This time around,
Okay.
we've confirmed some new types
Wow.
of boss salmonids, so let's share our findings. First up, the Slammin'
And Dark Solid Egg says, but I want the
It
nuke.
creates barriers and protects salmonids on the ground.
So, Andy, we're just watching the
Get too close to it,
Nintendo Direct
it'll
here.
attempt to crush you, so approach with caution.
That's kind of cool.
Next, the Big Shot. It fires heavy projectiles from a distance.
Oh, okay.
Be
Those,
prepared
yeah.
for powerful shockwaves when they land.
Oh, that's cool.
With new boss salmonids confirmed, make sure you're ready for an even more dangerous salmon run.
All right. Not that the first one was a slouch. Okay. Ooh.
This is one of the new king salmonids. Unbelievable! It
Looks like Kraid from Metroid.
Here just before you complete the job. The tank on your back is a specially provided egg cannon. And it
Oh.
appears that you can fire golden eggs to deal massive damage.
That's kind of cool.
However, these battles are under a time limit, so rack up as much damage as possible to drive them back.
Intriguing. I guess you get the eggs back, but
And this is the still being researched Big Run. We believe this is when salmonids invade the city in which icklings and octolings live.
oh no.
It appears that this event happens once every few months, so brace yourselves!
Instead of Splat Wars, huh?
Coming!
Well, maybe we still get our Splat Fests. Hopefully we get still Splat Fests.
Now, observe this manhole in Splatsville Square. This is actually the entrance to the home of the Octarians, the Inklings' longtime enemies.
Okay.
As Agent 3, the newest recruit of the new Squidbeak Splatoon,
Good morning, Dash.
you'll do battle with the Octarian army, whose members are covered in hair for some reason.
Because
Along with
mammals.
your buddy Small Fry, you'll explore many stages, each one full of twists and turns. Oh, I almost forgot. Story mode is perfect for getting familiar with inking turf and using weapons.
Oh, that's
Newer
cool.
players might want to try it out. Well,
I mean, really
we've
anyone,
come
right?
This far. What awaits the Inklings and Octolings in the end? We hope you
Ooh.
can witness the epic finale of this splat-tastic saga.
Oh, interesting. A finale, huh?
We're back in Splatsville. From here on out, we'd like to talk about other features that'll help you enjoy your splatting escapades even more in the Splatoon 3 game. You can post illustrations here via this mailbox.
Okay.
They'll be displayed all across the city and even in stages.
Cool.
So
Bringing
put
a
on
little
your
of the
artist cap and
Miiverse.
post away. Vertical
like it.
illustrations will also be supported.
Oh, that's kind of cool.
Additionally, you can grab food and drinks that'll help you in battles at the
Pescatarian.
concession stand. Or
Okay.
use local communication to play with nearby folks in your favorite modes at the show.
Okay.
By using photo mode, you can snap selfies,
That's cool.
send photos to a smart device,
Yes.
or display them in your locker.
Oh, that's super cool. Okay, I like that.
This is the
like
Recon
that.
Guide. Select your favorite stages at any time and take a stroll around them. Why not get familiar with each stage prior to battles?
Yes, why not? Makes sense. That actually is one of the things that I
This
wished
is
was in
Splatnet
Splatoon
3.
2. Aha.
You can use this with your smart device.
Freshest fits.
It contains features like checking your latest battle stats
Mine's embarrassing.
and ordering special in-game gear not sold in shops from the Splatnet Gear Shop. But that's not all.
Karen, that's true.
Access features like Krusty Sean's Wonder Crust. Support this fellow's journey using ink points earned depending on the areas you inked during battles. Or view history to take a trip down memory lane with your past ranks.
Okay.
You can also snag special wallpapers and more for your smart device. So be sure to grab them. It appears that Splatnet 3 will be available at launch via the Nintendo Switch Online mobile app.
Nice. Dash says, and yay, they listen
Next
to
up,
feedback.
Amiibo figures. Scan
I always love
Splatoon
my
series
Amiibo
amiibo
figures.
at this spot in Splatsville. And
Nice.
voila! Saving your favorite gear combinations as fresh as fits
Oh.
will allow you to easily swap outfits.
That's kind of cool.
Additionally, it seems you'll be able to get special gear and even snap photos together with
Nice.
Amiibo.
Nice.
And Splatoon 3 Amiibo incoming!
Oh, so good. Can't
Release
wait.
is scheduled for this holiday.
Yeah. Oh, I love it. I got to get more Splatoon amiibo. Those are on my to-buy
Talk
list.
about post-launch updates.
Yes, please.
As we mentioned a while ago, following the game's launch, a new in-game catalog will be released every 3 months for 2 years.
Okay.
New weapons will also be added around the same time as each catalog. In addition, X Battle, available after attaining an extremely high rank in Anarchy Battle, and League Battle, where every 2 hours you can compete in teams based on your Anarchy Battle results, are planned to be added in future updates. Furthermore, for this game, we're planning to add large-scale paid DLC.
Well, that looks like
More
Pearl and
details will
Marina.
come at a later time, so please be on the lookout.
Large scale
And now,
paid
I'd
DLC.
like to wrap up this research report from the Squid Research Lab. Thank
So-
you for watching.
So the free updates won't be large scale, apparently.
Huh? Who are you supposed to be?
Huh. All right, we got Fry and Shiver. Or Fire. Was it Fire? Huh. Okay. Okay. I kind of dig it. I kind of dig
Oh,
it.
Squid. I completely forgot to tell you about Deep Cut. They're an incredibly popular trio who host the Splatsville news program, Anarchy Splatcast.
Nope, it was Fry. Okay.
They provide information on battle stages, as well as other news bulletins. While we're on the subject, the youngsters of Splatsville own sea cucumber phones.
Yeah.
They can
They're
check
like
the
flip
news
phones.
while doing other activities, as shown here. And
Yes, Splatfests. Oh, I love this tune. This is good. This is rocking. Yeah. Ooh. This is good. Yeah. I'm so into this. Oh yeah, I dig it. I like the character designs there. Pretty cool. Yeah, I'm hyped. This is pretty cool. Great music as usual. Exactly. This is amazing. Love it. This is so good. Yeah, the music is something you expect from an Olympic ceremony. It kind of is. It kind of is there. I would agree with you on that. That is not incorrect.
It's been confirmed that Splatfest
Yeah.
will make a return. In these events, you pick a team based on the announced theme, then settle the outcome via battle.
Yeah.
And this time around, there will be 3 teams to choose from. Splatfest
3, huh?
consists of 2 halves. In the first half, teams will compete in 4v4 turf war battles. The second half is a tricolored turf war.
Okay, that's actually pretty cool.
It's a special mode where, whoa, 3 teams fight at the same time.
We have not seen that before.
Players on the team currently in first place will start in the center of the stage. 2
Okay.
players each from the second and third place teams will attack the first place team from opposite ends of the stage.
Fun.
Can the leading team defend themselves? Or will the other 2 teams exact revenge and force them out?
I kind of dig this, not gonna lie.
Ultra signal to control the battle and contribute to the Splatfest while working alongside the members of Deep Cut.
Scooter goes, oh hey, something new.
Okay, we're going to close out this presentation with an announcement from Deep Cut. Take it away.
Let's hear it. Listen up, it's going down. Repping the Splatlands, we are Deep Cut. You lip sync, we drip ink. I love that Big Man is just behind the big display. The Splatoon 3 Splatfest World Premiere, yes, 8/27 at 9 a.m. Saturday, 9 a.m. to 9 p.m. Okay, we're gonna do this. Yes. The theme is rock, paper, scissors. good. Why not? I like it. This looks radical. Queen Claire. Yes, I love this. Queen Claire, welcome on in. Another Club Tortimer friend. I'm all in. We're going to be doing this. So remember, the 29th, we're going to be... Oh, can I do that? Will I be in town? Shoot. I'll do the best I can. We'll see if I can stream it. Big man is just big old Manta. All right. Paper can fold into sharp shapes. That's true. I do have to say, I like the new style. I really dig it. I love that Queen Claire says this looks radical. Radical is such a good term. We should bring it back. All right. Mr. Solo says always go rock because a lot of people start with scissors. I like their banter. I really do. Scissors make confetti. Oh, big man, I like you. Okay. Yeah. Mr. Solo says, I'm down to bring Radical back. Catch you later. I dig it. I dig it.
That's all we have to share today. Or not. And now, announcing the Splatoon 3 Enter the Splatlands Invitational 2022 Tournament.
Very nice.
This event will take place on September 5th at PAX West. Some of the top finishers from
I should go to PAX
Splatoon
West.
2 Inkopolis Showdown will head
Come on.
to Seattle and compete in North America's first ever Splatoon 3 Invitational. Follow
awesome.
the official Nintendo versus Twitter account for updates. And to see more of our research findings as we uncover them, follow the official Splatoon North American Twitter account. We hope you'll have an incredible time starting September 9th. Bye-bye.
All right. Well, there we go. I guess that's that. Oh my goodness. How cool was that? How cool was that? I'm definitely hyped. I definitely am going to be getting the game. I like Splatoon. In all honesty, I'm a little disappointed that there wasn't kind of a fundamental change to the game. I mentioned this last night. I would have loved to have seen some more Fortnite-esque seasons added to this. But I think that overall, my impression right now is there are some fun additional features. I'm hoping that kind of like with Splatoon 2, it'll evolve over time, and we'll start to see new features. I suspect this will be a game that I'll start streaming and probably will have quite a bit of longevity just because of the fact that it is fresh and new, and then it's going to have these updates. I don't know. I have to think a little bit more. Again, I really kind of had hoped that we would see some fundamental changes where I feel like this really could have been season 2 of Splatoon 2, you know? Hey, look, there's stuff changing in Inkopolis. But Nintendo also doesn't do games as services like other companies do, for better or for worse. And in some ways, maybe I might suggest it's better. In fact, it's kind of interestingly fresh and new that they aren't even treating this like seasons of a standalone game, but rather here we are getting this series. And I think maybe the part that has me most excited is that they said this is the third part of a trilogy in which they're telling this story. So either to me that means, and disappointingly, that Splatoon 3 is going to be the final Splatoon for a while, or that fundamental change that I was talking about might come with a Splatoon 4. Scooter says, in a nutshell, it feels like Splatoon 2 Deluxe. In 2 years, it'll probably be Splatoon 3. Yeah. Yeah. I see what you mean. That's a good way of putting it. One up, John. Hey, how's it going? I love the direct. So much stuff. I'm more positive than not. Welcome back, Harem. More positive than not. PAX West sounds interesting, and I think overall, I'm certain I'm going to be getting Splatoon 3. Could this have been a part of Splatoon 2? And that's the question. Maybe as a big paid DLC update, but at that point, why not make it Splatoon 3? Honestly, I don't know. I'm going to ponder this question as the day goes on. But seeing as it is 6:35 in the morning still for me, the sun is poking its head out from behind the mountains. I think I'm going to crawl back into bed. And you're missing out. But that being said, we are going to be playing Splatoon 2 tonight. I've got my Switch locked and loaded. So you get to see some Splatoon 2 from the perspective of someone who has quite enjoyed the Splatoon franchise. Should be a lot of fun. Dash says, lol, fair. I know Dash is starting his day. For me, I don't have to be anywhere until 9:30, so I think I'm going to get another hour of sleep or two. It's not Splatoon now, but tonight. If you missed it, we've got a 7:30 p.m. stream tonight, so please join me. I am quite tired, but we're going to go ahead and call it a stream. Let's see if anyone is actually streaming that I follow, because we might just do a little raid. And then, like I said, I hope to see you tonight, 7:30 p.m. Should be fun. All right, Miss Click was watching, and I think Miss Click totally, it looks like that Inkling dancing was modeled maybe after Miss Click too. Although I do see Umbra Quiz as well. Let's just see. Let's do it. Let's just take you over to Miss Click Live. She's pretty cool. I suspect she'll be streaming for a while. Let's do it. All right. Got to get up, stay up, getting ready to leave for some field work. All right. Well, I hope that you have a good rest of your day. Titus Dot says later, Mr. Sola, I was confused for a second because it was past 9:30 for me. Get some sleep, everybody. All right, Miss Click Live. We're going to go ahead and do that raid. Please join me in that, and let's do a Mana Splash raid. If you don't have the emotes, no worries, but we'll just do that. Even if you can't stay, we're just going to throw a little bit of support in there and send some mana potions for Miss Click. Miss Click, who has been a long-time Nintendo streamer, so that should be pretty fun. All right, friends, thank you so much for hanging out with me, and I'll see you tonight. So do good, be well, stay safe and healthy, stay fresh, and I'll catch you tonight. Good night. By the way, viewer discretion is advised, Miss Click, though typically fairly appropriate and E for everyone-esque, doesn't necessarily hold to those to the same standards that I have. Just letting you know. All right, everybody. Have a good one. Oh, yeah, good morning, not good night. Oops. It's a sleepy mana.
Paper, scissors. I don't know what I'm gonna pick. But I do like the fact that split